Welcome to the Morgan residence. We're going to be going over some of the cool concepts and ideas that we've had in the house. We've got a privilege to help them design and remodel this house, and it's been a real blessing, and we've had a really great time. So we're going to start by looking at the front door here. This door has a Nordic design is what we chose. The original door, I believe, is from the 1920s. This is a historical house. And it has a lot of interesting history behind it. So when we wanted to redo the house, we wanted to look to complement the history, not to take away from it. That's why we didn't go with anything ultra modern. We wanted to stick with some of the similar designs of the time and just complement that historical design. So yeah, that's why we went with the 3x9 panel here on the door. That gave it the Nordic flavor that would also complement some of the outside styles as well. And we also did a very realistic lifelike CAD design for Mr. Morgan, which they're going to be joining us today. They're going to be occupying the second floor, so we have the privilege of having him here. And yeah, he was super happy with the design, and we went ahead and custom built it and went through. So for this area, we have a very historic style flooring for this area and the time period. When we were remodeling the house, instead to take these out, we wanted to complement and we wanted to leave them in and kind of work them into the design. That's why we also did, when we designed the portions of the dining area, the table also is a very earthy toned accent to the room. The colors are very neutral browns and whites. It all came together, we feel, and Morgan's feel very well. So that was a nice touch to the feel. Also the white enlarged baseboards, just to give it a little bit more of a tiny touch of a Victorian feel into the design. So as you see, we're going to be coming down here through the hallway, and we transition on the floor from tile into a rough exposed pine style. And we carried this style up through the staircase. It wraps around the large circular staircase. We have the nice window there in the hallway, and that gives a lot of light to the family coming in. That way in the morning they got that beautiful sunrise on the east, and then we have the bay window on the top that also gives just a little bit more light. That way it's a nice warm welcoming for them in the morning. So that was a really nice touch that they wanted. As we continue through here, we've got again the exposed pine that wraps around here. We have a Marrakesh style bathroom, and you can see the dark brown wooden doors. Again, a lot of earthy tones, a lot of feel-good vibes that we're trying to pull in from this house, and a lot of historical correlations that we're trying to keep. So that worked out pretty well. And who doesn't like Marrakesh design? It's a beautiful style. Going through, we have the flooring continuing. We have a winery here that we're in the midst of doing. A lot of different designs that we have going on here. We wanted to do something that would hold hopefully around 1,000 bottles. That was what we're aiming for. We're going to have some nice can lighting in here, some LED lighting, some artwork on the back is going to be really beautiful. This is going to be a climate controlled area, and we're going to have nice big beautiful automatic sliding doors that will be opening that up. That way Mr. Morgan and his family and friends can have a really nice wine tasting and just enjoy the space of the house. So as you come through, we're still keeping the very similar style. We're getting into the kitchen area now. When we were wanting to do the kitchen area, we were looking at doing earthy tones, but we also wanted to pull in some whites. And that's really important because when you're tying all these colors together, you don't want it to be just this mesh of browns and greens. You really want to have something pop the color. So that's why we're doing the white cabinets, the earthy, very earthy style countertop. If you can see, we've got greens, we've got browns, we've got even red tones in there, and that complements the pine, the exposed pine flooring really well. The stainless steel Wolf appliances tie everything together really nicely. It's a very functional kitchen. The farm sink, the old style faucets and handles, and the large bay window that we put in here. That way they could get a lot of light in the morning, and also some of the sunset light in the evening for when they're, finishing up dishes at the end of a nice party or a gathering. So we wanted to make that really functional for them. The cabinet style, we did a lot of curves. We did a latch system on them. Very comfortable to open, and it also secures the cabinets from anything falling out. And then the glass also gives a nice a window into the cabinetry. We also have a very large fridge here from Sub-Zero. This was a really nice touch that the Morgans decided that they wanted to implement into the kitchen. Plenty of food for parties, plenty of food for them. Great option. Holds a lot of stuff, keeps the food nice and cold, and whenever they have large gatherings, they got plenty of food for everybody. And yeah, that's kind of the end of the tour. We're going to be looking at the second story of the Morgan residence today. We got the upstairs to ourselves, that's kind of nice. And we're going to be taking a look at the staircase first, actually. We have some exposed beamwork here in the top. We went with a walnut color for that. We also did a paneling outside of the exposed beams. You can see on the top, and it comes down into 2 bay windows, one smaller, one larger. That way we can get a lot of natural sunlight coming in the morning and the evening. That way the family gets a nice and natural wake up from the outside. We also have a column here that we wanted to match the exposed work that we did on the ceiling of the staircase. So following that circular round staircase that comes through, we've got the same type of flooring upstairs, and we're going to be going into the next room. Now that we're in the guest bedroom of the second story, we're going to talk just a little bit about what we have going on in here and kind of some of the design ideas when we're doing the architectural layout of the house. We added a balcony off the guest room. The reason we did this was so that when the owners have friends, family over, and they're going to be staying the night, in the evening and in the morning, they have their own private balcony. That way they can drink a little bit of wine, have a little bit of food to themselves, and also get to experience this beautiful neighborhood here in Coral Gables. So that was a touch that the owners wanted, and we thought it was a great idea as well. So we have the same style flooring in this room. We carried it throughout the second story. We have the exposed walnut thresholds for the windows that we did also on the second story as well for the windows. That adds a nice touch to kind of just bring everything together. When we look into the bathroom, which is going to be the next room that we're going to be seeing here after this guest bedroom, this is attached, and we wanted to do something a little special in here. So if you come into here, what you're going to see is you're going to see a very high ceiling. And what the idea was to make this guest bathroom feel a lot bigger because we were a little limited with the square footage with what we could do this bathroom because of some other areas that we did differently. But as you can see, the ceiling has a very nice ceiling. It's about 14 feet up in the air. It also has the exposed walnut as well. That gives it a nice touch, similar to the staircase coming up to the second floor. A lot of natural light we wanted as well. We really wanted to bring a lot of the outside in, a lot of earthy natural tones coming into the bathroom, which helps just liven it up. Also, the style is a vintage with a little bit of Marrakesh style tied in. You can see from the faucet and the handle, the style of the tiles for the flooring, and also the vintage style appliances and the fixtures. So that was a nice tie-in that we felt for the design of the entire house. So this is the bathroom off of the guest bedroom, and now we're going to be walking down the hallway, and we're going to be getting into the master bedroom area and a little bit of an entertainment area as well. So follow me into there. All right, so we're back here in the hallway. So this hallway, we wanted to make it nice and long, give it a lot of depth. When you're coming through here, you've got the staircase that we originally looked at over there off of what would be your left side, just to give you a reference of where we're at in the house. And coming in, we did a nice entertainment area in between. Again, a lot of natural lighting in this house. We really wanted to focus on that. We wanted to bring a lot of the outside in. It's a beautiful neighborhood, beautiful neighbors, and we got a lot of wonderful scenery, so we really wanted to tie that in with the house, kind of use it to our advantage. The entertainment system here obviously has a lot of different options for the family. Turned out really well. They watch a bunch of movies here. It's a nice hangout spot, and worked out really well. Especially the kids, they really like hanging out here, jumping on the couch. We did a really fun design with that, and I think the family really enjoys it. So coming through here, we're going to be continuing down the hallway, and you're going to notice that we still also have the exposed walnut thresholds for the windows. I mentioned earlier that we carried that through the house, and that's really important because it gives a little bit of color on the walls. The walls are very cream colored. We have a lot of beige tones throughout the house. This just gives it a nice pop of color. That's why we wanted to keep that. Now we're going to be entering the master bedroom. With this bedroom, again, like all the other bedrooms, we really wanted to focus on the lighting. That way when they wake up in the morning, when they pull those automatic blinds up, they have a nice, beautiful lighting that comes in. And again, same type of flooring. This room, very cozy. They've got their own balcony off. Again, was a really important feature. They also have the pool to look over and the beautiful scenery behind the pool that we've done with the shrubbery. So got a really nice view from this bedroom. Small office area here, other than his main office downstairs. So that's the master bedroom. We're gonna be coming into the bathroom next. This is kind of a big focal point of the house, something that we've spent a lot of time designing, something we put a lot of heart and soul into when we were thinking about how it was gonna make them feel when they came into the bathroom. This was a very important aspect. When we design our bathrooms and we design our kitchens, we want to go above and beyond. We want you to come in every single time, and we want you to have that awe factor. Whether you've been in the house for a few months or whether you've lived here for a decade, we don't want to lose that kind of feeling. So that's what we were going for here with the large double shower. The shower is also equipped with a steam system as well, so that if they want to do a sauna type, they can change it into that as they want. The extra glass here, instead to close off the wall, and we just made a small step up wall, and that opened up the shower a lot into the space. It made the bathroom feel a lot bigger. Again, when you wrap around this way, you're gonna notice the toilet area, plenty of shelving inside the bathroom, and also the ceiling has some nice arches. It also has some nice angles that we designed into that. So when you come around, you've got the bathroom here, the toilet. Let me move this rug. You've got the toilet. You've got this area. This is a really nice touch. You've got a nice privacy. You've got two people here in the bathroom. A nice large vanity for two people. And also we did a marble wash on all of the walls in here, just to give it that extra touch. We really wanted to give it something very special other than your typical drywall and paint on the walls.